I like cash from my head to my ass. Do the dash, baby, know it, go fast. I can't remember any of the other lines, but I'm now realizing that my phone stopped recording. Not only did it stop recording, it stopped recording almost immediately into my video. I thought I recorded like an hour-long video for y'all with some, I thought, pretty decent analysis, but apparently not. Apparently, it stopped like 20 minutes in, which is when I had just finished talking about the defenses the Colts played. And so that's good. That's awesome. Love that. Love that for me. And so, yeah, now I'm trying to just set up again. I went through, deleted basically every app on my phone. Still somehow have like 108 megabytes or whatever, gigabytes, whatever. It's mostly just because of this app. What else? Well, no, I guess this is YouTube. Mostly because of this app. Spotify, kind of my camera, but I made sure to go through and delete every undeleted video I have on there. But yeah, not good. Not good. All that to be said, not good. Like the fall of Lenin, not good. Just kidding. Lenin falling, probably a good thing. Call me crazy. Maybe I'm just a base lib, but you know. Stalin, Lenin, not the best guys, not also unique to the accent I'm doing, but whatever. Anyways, now that I got PFFFFFFF pulled up again, I don't know why I added so many Fs. I have Tourette's and I have ADD. Wasn't a tick and it wasn't anything ADD related. Maybe my mom just took Tylenol PM? No, I'm just kidding. She sometimes watches these, and, the Trump administration for saying that stupid shit. That was not to my mom. This is a bracelet my mom gave me, so obviously I'm not going to do that to my mother. I love my mother more than anything. And speaking of things I love more than anything, it's stats. I don't actually have any stats for you. I just needed to pivot to talk about the Colts, but look. As we just talked about in, I guess now my last video, the teams the Colts have gone against have had atrocious defenses. I looked a little more into it. Most of those teams that we played had pretty severe injuries to key guys. Most of those teams we played against also just are not very good on either side of the ball at this point. Most of those teams we played against are, I think the Raiders are ranked 30th in the NFL in terms of, just how BFF ranks teams. I think Titans might be 31. I think Dolphins might be, 29. It's not good. It's not good. It's not a very flattering angle for me, but alas. What else were we talking about? I apologize. It's 3 a.m. Spent an hour recording a goddamn video. Thought I did good, but whatever. It's fine. We're not going to talk about it. Oh, I guess we can go over the stats. I don't have anything to prop up my phone, so this is going to be a very much, you can see my receding hairline, and that's about it type of video. I guess we can just go over the Colts, just sort of PFF rankings. I'll admit, I didn't watch all of the fourth quarter, because at that point, I sort of knew, shit was done. Why does Daniel Jones have a run block and a pass block grade and a run block grade? And why is the run block grade higher than all of our wide receivers, higher than Jonathan Taylor, higher than Mo Alley Cox, who we only have to block, higher than Andrew Ogletree, and almost tied with Braden Smith, and it's higher than Dalton Tucker by 5, and it's higher His pass block is higher by almost 50. Bro, what? And then why does AR have a run block grade? What? Shane, what are you doing? Shane. Oh, that's so funny. What else? Josh Downs after the... Sorry. Hand alert. Josh Downs after the Raiders game is now ranked as the 10th best wide receiver. Ashton Doolin, my king. I'm just going to hold it like this. It's a little more shaky, but whatever. Ashton Doolin, my king. 68 offensive grade, 78 run grade, 65, 65, 47 for run block, whatever. Pierce still out. Pittman, fine, 71, 73, 47. What concerns me most is also Jonathan Taylor has an 85 pass block. Maybe he developed that over the offseason. I'm a little worried that's unsustainable, especially just as, carries that up, carries that on. Tyler Warren is ranked as the 12th best tight end. Can I see who's above him? Whom among us thinks there is a tight end better than our beautiful baby boy, Tyler Warren? Tanner Bortolini is ranked 7th amongst all centers. Andrew Ogletree is ranked as one of the worst tight ends. No shock there. Q ranked 3rd, Burning 22nd, Braden 40, Matt Gonsalves 18. And then let's see how some of the other guys played. Somebody who I was a little bit higher on than most, and somebody who I was upset that they got practice squatted, Chris Lamons. Stepping up for Mike Hilton, he played, I think, very, very, very well. 76 defense, 52 run defense, 53 pass rush, but 85 coverage. Not bad. Not bad at all. Mekhi Blackmon, I feel like I was sort of right in saying he's kind of washed. He's not that good. I think he might have actually had a touchdown against the Raiders, if I recall correctly. Sorry, I'm sick. Searching for player above. Well, what I want is Mekhi Blackmon and his stats. That would be nice. Yes, he does have an interception. He's also almost dead last. Well, he's sort of middle of the pack. Sorry, I was thinking different position. I was looking through his stats. I'm trying to find... I swear he had a touchdown, and maybe I missed it. I don't know. Did he have a pick six? I feel like somebody had a pick six in the game I just watched. Chat, is my memory just fried? I didn't watch the full fourth quarter, but I feel like he had one. Yes, no, he did have one. Okay. So good on Mekhi Blackmon. Actually, no, he had one. Did he really have one against LA? Really? I don't remember that. No. Oh, okay. Well, against a pretty poor Raiders wide receiver room and a pretty poor just Raiders team as a whole, he got a 60 coverage grade, not great, 78 or 79 tackle grade, 55 rush defense, 59 defense. I guess, maybe I shouldn't have too high of expectations, although also was around 3 pick 2 years ago and traded a 6-round pick for him, and we cut guys who we were told to be patient on for him, but whatever, doesn't matter. Sorry, Juju. Sorry, Womack. I know both of you are objectively better than him. Actually, you know what? Let me back up that claim, because I got some flack. Not really. I'm making up flack. I'm making up fake news. But I got some flack probably in some alternate universe for saying that somebody like a Juju Brents. I might have said Juju Smith. Somebody like a Juju Brents is, why does my friggin' website refresh anytime I try and pick a team? We'll just go to Samuel Womack. Why is the second player that comes up Steve Ishmael? What? Alright. Let us go to his grades. Can I find, like, his... Yeah, 2024 grades. So he was good. In fact, I would argue he was better than I think most people gave him credit for. 71 overall grades, 64 run defense, 71 coverage. Substantially better than Makai. Let's look at Juju Brent. Didn't play a ton, but when he did, if we look, 55 overall, 72 run defense, and 51 coverage. Kind of about where Makai was. I guess I'm hesitant to maybe criticize them for cutting Juju. I was sort of on that train for a little bit. I want Juju to do well. Like, I feel terrible for all the injuries he's had, but Colts roster. I went through all of this. Now I got to get this all pulled back up. Where are you, Christmas? How can you find me? Why are you gone away? Duke Shelley, they released, I'm trying to see who all, in terms of CBs, they released. BJ Mays, whatever, not that good. Juju Brents, pretty cool if they did this in order. Alex Johnson, I like Alex Johnson. I don't think there's anything crazy there, but I can guarantee you he also would have been better than Xavier Howard. What else? Womack, of course. And, yeah. I thought we cut one more guy. No, I guess that's it. I don't know. I would like to take a bit of a... I would like to take a bit of a... victory lap here in saying that Makai, meh, not that good, but Chris Lamons, also pretty damn good. I'll say it. Is he a bit of a lower ceiling player? Yeah. But I also think he's good. Let's check and see our man, the myth, dare I say the legend, Jonathan Edwards' stats. Did he play? I don't recall really hearing his name much. Where is he? He played a little bit last week, I feel like. Did he not play against... I don't know why he's not listed on the roster for the Colts. Anyways, also another player who is better than Xavier Howard. Better than Makai Blackman, but whatever. I know I had said mentioning defense before. I'm still a little bit concerned about this Colts defense. Obviously, you hold the team to, I think, 6 ended up being the final score. You hold the team to 6, you feel pretty good. The concern I have is it's against a very, very, very injured Raiders offense. Our man, the myth, the legend, the Boise State God ended up having a pretty substantial game against us. I will say the one thing I got right in that video I posted earlier is Ashton GT. Sorry, I was blanking on his name. I'm sick too. I know the sniff was very lucky timing. Is that Ashton GT would have a pretty big game. I don't know why they're limiting him to like 40 snaps. Get that shit up, please. I get it. You're not going to be good, but also, hey, thank you for the lovely bouquet. I've listened to that album so many times. I'm still amazed at how shit the lyrics are, dude. But no. But hey, I don't even remember what I was saying, dude. I'm tired. I spent like an hour recording that godforsaken video only for it to not be recorded. But, oh, yeah, Ashton GT. I don't know. Get that man a better offensive line. Him and Gino deserve it. He cooked against the Colts defense, honestly. I'm still very concerned about run defense for this Colts team. I think it'll be a very interesting marker against the Falcons. The Falcons are the first team who have, like, a very real rushing, not threat, but, like, well, because, I mean, the Dolphins had, what's-his-face? I don't know. You know who I'm talking about. Dolphins had what's-his-face. Broncos don't really have a very good running back room, but even still, they actually had a pretty good game rushing-wise against us. Titans, running back room is meh. And, I mean, they played fine. Tony Pollard is okay. And then the Raiders, I thought, rushed pretty well against us despite having a rookie running back. Mind you, the Colts defense was fairly healthy as well. I know people are going to be like, oh, not Mekhi Blackman. Oh, Xavier Howard retired. That improves the team, but whatever. Colts defense was very healthy, and I don't know. Again, hard to criticize a defense when you just prevented a team from hitting double digits. But ultimately, I'm a little afraid. Run defense, not great. Red zone defense, still not been very good. Coverage, been a little bit better as of late. I mean, some of that could just be like, hey, apparently we're in like the most complex system since the Romans' democracy, but okay. Sorry, trying to look shit up on my iPad, but it's being weird. But you know, I guess I don't know. I feel that. Sorry, I totally just slurred my words there. I feel like I'm a hater sometimes when I'm really not trying to be. Part of it is this Colts team has hurt me just so many times. The amount of times I've been like, you know what? Anthony Richardson, that's it. That's our guy. All the way. The amount of times I've been like, oh, Matt Ryan, he was a good quarterback. I bet he'll be good for us. The amount of times I've been like, you know what? Gardner Minshew, that's our guy. Fuck Anthony Richardson, that's our dude. The amount of times I've been like, you know what, Chris Ballard, I bet this is the year. I bet you're going to get it. I believe you when you say your philosophy is the way. All right? I believe you know the way to, well, I guess it's just, do you know the way? That old stupid meme. I believe you know the way. The way of the Jedi Master or whatever people say. I believe you know the way. The amount of times I've said, you know what? Carson Wentz, actually that was a little before me, but the amount of times I've said, I don't know, Jonathan Taylor, MVP year, 2,200 rushing yard season coming up again. DeForest Buckner this year, going to stay healthy. Our running back depth woes are over. Our O-line is going to be healthy. Our early draft picks are going to hit. Zaire Franklin is going to be a step above mediocre. No. The amount of times I've said, too, this Colts team will make the playoffs. So look, excuse me if I have a decade of experience to be skeptical against. Excuse me if I have 6-7 years of experience to be skeptical against for Daniel Jones. Excuse me if the eye test tells me, hey, there's a lot of very clear flaws within this. I mean, I'm not that deep of a football I like football a lot. I'm not that deep of a football like knower as I am like basketball, for example. Not that I'm terribly deep into basketball. Like there's a bajillion people far, 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 far smarter than me, but I'm not that deep into football knowledge. I've learned a lot this year, even just sort of especially on defense, like, certain type of coverages, certain type of blitzes, certain type of stunts. Like, when people say stunt, I assume they mean, like, stunted growth. Not necessarily like, hey, the defensive end runs into, like, the A gap. I learned what gaps are. But maybe that's a positive. Maybe it's a, hey, this guy, while not knowing that much about football, can see there's flaws in this. Maybe it's, hey, this guy's an idiot. He doesn't know much about football. There's no flaws in this. Either way, fine. Stats-wise, I think there's a lot of very clear red flags here. I think Rigoberto Sanchez punted once this game and has punted 4 times the whole year. He's punted less times than games. I mean, the Colts still have, I think, like a 75% scoring rate. Just not sustainable. It's just not. We have played against the worst. In my opinion, I was a little bit higher on the Raiders coming in, but in my opinion, probably the 3 worst teams in the league. In the Raiders, Dolphins, and Titans. Especially with injured team. I mean, look, I want to be proven wrong. I do. Simply put, I want to be proven wrong. But we've gone against injured teams. This is week 5. And ultimately, I've been right about a lot of Colts football-related things in the past. I was out on Anthony Richardson last year. I feel justified in that. I'm still out on him, but I was also pissed because Anthony Richardson beat Daniel Jones in camp, and now I'm wondering how Anthony Richardson would be playing. Would it be as good? No. I mean, Daniel Jones is a short throw merchant, and Anthony Richardson struggled at that specifically. So, look, maybe that wouldn't go as well, but, ultimately, who's to say? I'm not to say, but, seeing as it's my channel, fuck you, I am the end-all be-all. I'm sorry. Let's look at next week. Arizona Cardinals. If we look at this, do I dare call them a team? Defense-wise, they're actually pretty good. Offense-wise is weirdly where they're kind of rough. 103 points are scored, 19th in the league, but also 96 points allowed. 8th in the league? Now, not what concerns me, because it's good for the Colts ultimately, but what is sort of eye-popping to me is the 23rd defense rank. Not great. 26 offense, 9th special teams. Also, I will say, Colts special teams, that game. First time in probably a decade I've said that. What else am I looking for? Here we go. Roster. You don't have to put on the red lights. Okay. Will Johnson is ranked as the best CB in the league. Really? Interesting. I don't disagree with that. Honestly, I like it. But going over the Cardinals defense, the first CB mentioned, and one of their higher snap getters, is why does Max Melton have so many snaps for them? Dahio? I guess he's young, but that's odd. On this, one of the higher snap getters on this overall very, very young Cardinals defense is Kytrell Clark. He's sort of mid, honestly. 60 defensive grade, 53, call it, I'll be fair. 53 run defense, 60 coverage. Garrett Williams, I don't mind Garrett Williams. I think he's going to improve a little bit. He's still pretty young. He's only 24. Played well at Syracuse. I guess, is he on IR? Oh, okay. I guess he is. So scratch that. Will Johnson, I guess, is the first player we'll be talking about. He's a dog. I'll say it. Guy's a dog. 84.5, call it 85 defensive rank. 71 run defense, 84 coverage. Guy's insane. What's frustrating, too, is the Colts could have had him. But instead, we took JT Tuimoloau. Not great. I will tell you now, not great. Not great. I didn't think the Colts would draft him. I didn't think he would be the best CB in the league, apparently. And again, 6 weeks, but whatever. But my God. Calm the fuck down. Come to my team, please. Please. We need you. So right away, a little bit of a cause for concern. Max Melton, turbo dog ass apparently. Apparently, like all of their CB, Denzel Burke, also pretty good. 62 defense, 58 run defense, 65 coverage, like solid, fine. Outside of Burke and Johnson and then Milton, no, I guess he's injured. Okay. A lot of their secondary is very injured. Kitten Crawford is the first safety listed. I think isn't he more of a special teams guy? Like, he's played 0 snaps. I don't know how he has a grade. Player I do kind of like is Dadrion Taylor Demerson. Never really heard of him until now. I'll be totally honest with you. But that's an awesome name. Like, that rules. 76 defense, 71 run defense, 54 pass rush, 73 coverage. Another one who I am shocked he's this low, Budda Baker, 50 defense, 67 run defense, 90 pass rush, 41 coverage. Odd. Jalen Thompson, another player who's like just solid, just fine. Slower start to the year. He's not old, but he's getting up there. So there's a little bit of cause for concern, similar to with Budda. 56, 60, 53, 56. So like not great. Their linebacker room it's a little similar to like the Colts, where they're not great at any one thing. But with two of them together, they can be good. Like, they have two of the better blitzing LBs, in my opinion. Like, they have Akeem Davis-Gaither, 80 run defense, and then Mack Wilson Sr., 85 pass rush. Right there alone, bit of a cause for concern, especially when the Colts offensive line tends to play a very straight up model of defense, offensive line coverage, blocking, I guess, just block the dude in front of you. And so we've seen some blitzing linebackers not wreak havoc, but be effective, call it, against the Colts. I will say this defensive line is not very good. PJ Mustipher, 51, 62, 60. Zach Carter is apparently the greatest defensive lineman ever, 92, 94, 52 on 18 snaps, so he's great. Dante Stills, I would be surprised if he plays, honestly. 42, 40, 55. What else? Calais Campbell, also still just really good, man. Like, I don't know how he does it, but 76, 70, 68, 67. Like, what the hell? Darius Robinson, 35, 40, 46. Dalvin Tomlinson, 64, 67, 56. And then on edge, Jordan Birch, 53, 52, 53, 64. Sweat having a pretty good year so far, 77, 69, 77. He is somebody I am a little concerned will just crush the Colts. I know I've criticized the Cardinals' defense a little bit. They have a good edge room. Even after Josh Sweat, Baron Browning, 62, 59, 69, 52. Like, solid, really solid. Zavern Collins, 73, 69, 66, 68. Like, not bad at all, honestly. Like, not too bad. Ultimately, I'm not too concerned about this one. I know I said the real test starts. To me, the real test is against this Colts defense. Let's just double check and make sure. Like, Kyler Murray, they have ranked as the 15th best quarterback. I don't think he's had a terrible year. I don't think it's been as good as many people have hoped, but I think it's fine. Michael Wilson, fine wide receiver, 57 offense, 58 receiving, 61 pass block, 50 run block. Greg Dortch, 58, 62, 58, 39. Marvin Harrison, we've seen some ups and downs from him. I still like him a lot. I think he might have a shockingly big game against the Colts. 62, 61, 62 offense, 62 receiving, 57 run block. Zay Jones, 52, 50, 73 run block. Their running back room is a little bit rough. Michael Carter has been getting some snaps for them. Interesting enough player. 62 run, or excuse me, 62 offense, 60 run, 67 receiving, 76 pass block, no run blocks. Somebody who's probably going to get the leading snaps on the team is Trey Benson. 62 offense, 62 run, 63 receivers, 57 pass block, 58 run block, like all fine. Somebody who I actually would like to see more of, Zonovan Knight, young, only 24, 70 offense, 68 run, 67 receivers, 67 pass block. Somebody who I am a little bit concerned for them will get a lot of, actually, no, he's on IR. What am I talking? Oh, Trey Benson's on IR. Really? I didn't know that. So I guess maybe we will see more Zonovan Knight. I don't know. And it's not Donovan, it's Zonovan. Get it right. I hope we don't see more Amari DeMercado. Sorry, that's a tough name to say for me for some reason. Looking at tight ends, I've been really impressed by their tight end room this year. Elijah Higgins has been really good, honestly. Like, I know you're probably thinking, oh, and Trey McBride, bro. Like, come on. I might be more impressed by Higgins, honestly. Like, I still take McBride, of course, but Higgins, 68 offense, 75 receiving, 70 pass block, 54 run block, like, not great. Tip Ryman, third string tight end, whatever. Trey McBride, which I don't know why, by the way, Tip Ryman has more snaps than Elijah Higgins. I'm just now realizing that. I didn't even know that. There better be some injuries involved that I'm missing, but Trey McBride, 76 offense, 77 receiving, 11 pass block with 62 run block. Not great. Their offensive line, still not very good, honestly. Hijate Froholt, 71, 72, 71, 71 for pass block and run block. Isaiah Adams, Cheeks. Perry Johnson Jr., 76, 85, 63. Evan Brown, not bad, 56, 73, 45. Jonah Williams, 60, 60, 60, call it. So, there's concerns I have against this team. The biggest concern I have is the defense just ends up dying. Just in general, like, I don't want another, I'm so tired. What's that one team that everybody still talks about despite them being shit because their players died on a plane, which of course is incredibly sad. I'm not making fun of that. We are Mississippi State Christian College. I don't know, but obviously, want everybody to live on the Colts defense. But my concern is they die just on coverage. Some of their wide receivers sort of show some of the potential they have. Marvin Harrison could end up being a very big factor in this game. He might be the X factor, honestly. Like, I imagine Ward's going to be the one primarily covering him. But say they have, him or another CB in sort of more of a spy situation. I think that means Harrison could have a pretty decent game. I don't know. I'd say keep a lookout for him. If Ward ends up on him, he'll be locked up. Simple as that. But I'd say keep a lookout for Murray to have a pretty big game. Keep a lookout for whoever's playing running back to be better than they have been. Unless it's Mercado, then he'll manage to be worse. I'm not even a Cardinals fan, but seeing how many snaps he played, like I'm a little bit behind on some of the weekend games. But seeing he's played so many snaps just angers me. Fire whoever the coach is, dude. I think the Colts will be fine against the defense. I think it'll be, and I know I said this last week, but I think it'll be a punch out. Cardinals defense, not great ultimately, but you know, for final scores, I'm gonna say 24. No, I'll go higher than that. I'll go 34-26 Colts. I think it'll be a high-scoring game. Maybe not that high, just because the Colts' pace of play is very, very slow. It's kind of tough. I'm going to say 24-20 Colts. Cardinals, quicker offense, but Colts have a very slow, methodical, staccato, one play after another, grind you down, wear down the clock type offense. And so I guess we'll see. If the Cardinals can manage to push the Colts tempo up a little bit, if they can manage to get some pressure on Daniel Jones, which they might be able to. Like I said, their edge room is pretty interesting. Braden Smith struggled a little bit in pass coverage this year. So I guess ultimately we'll have to see. There are some factors that I think could surprise me. I still give the Colts this game. We got a little bit of time, so we'll look ahead to the Chargers. No, I click NFL. I don't want to see Bo Nix throwing shit. Like, screw that. No. Chargers. Currently stands 8th ranked defense. Really? I've been saying the Chargers are the real test outside of the Cardinals. I did not realize that it was so high. Okay. I guess I was going to go kind of quick. Let's look over their team now. They have DJ Ugalagoli. I didn't know that. Good for him. You love to see it. Keenan Allen. I forget he's back on this godforsaken team. I guess, yeah, let me get a little bit of water and then we'll go over the offense for this team. 'Cause I'm not a bad bitch. No, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. I just heard the album a bunch of times because I spent the weekend with my family. They're Taylor Swift fans, but whatever. Okay. So Justin Herbert, of course, probably one of the better running backs. God damn it, one of the better QBs in the league. I think Daniel Jones might be ranked over him on PFF. Actually, no. I think Daniel Jones is 8th. Herbert is 7th. Having a great year so far. Let's see if we can see his stats. No, we really can't. Okay. What if we view his player page? Okay. 1,229 passing yards, that's 7th. 8 passing touchdowns, 4 interceptions, that's 47th. Not great. Average distance of target, 7.8. 28th. Average time to throw, 2.77. Pressure to sack rate, 20%. Not great, but big time throws. Turnover worthy plays, 3. Rushing. A good scrambler, which also concerns me a little bit for the Colts. Obviously, good player. Totally fine player. Good player. Keenan Allen kind of surprised me, the resurgence he's had. 74 receiving, 65 pass block, also 60 run block. What's the deal with that? Like, okay. Quentin Johnston, I have him on my fantasy team, and I've been loving it. 70 receiving, 57 run black, 57, 57 run block, 63 run. Trey Harris, kind of been a disappointment, honestly. Like, I would have maybe a little bit more interest in playing like a Keandre Lambert a bit more. Or a... I guess that's really all they have. Maybe like a Jaquay Jackson would be a little bit interesting, but anyways, solid enough wide receiver room overall. Omarion Hampton has been an absolute dog this year too. Like, I think he'll have a huge game against the Colts. I know I said that for Gene T, but I think he'll have a really good game against the Colts. Like, 80 run, 66 receiving, 68 run block, 73 offense. Like, pretty damn good. Najee Harris, not gotten a ton of snaps, but I mean, like, if the Chargers just want to run the shit out of the ball, they totally can. Lamar Johnson, solid player, but also, I mean, Najee Harris, 81 offense, 83 run, 70.3 receiving, 26 pass block, 60 run block, whatever. Scott Matlock, 98 snaps, whatever. I'm not even going to talk about him. Fuck him. Tight end room, a little bit rough. Oronde Gadsden the second. Proven himself to be a pretty solid player so far. 64 offense. Sorry, my hoodie tie. 70 receiving, 72 pass block, 39 run block. Not great. Conklin been a big disappointment so far. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Gadsden, especially this game, sort of get integrated more into the lineup. Where I think the Colts could really take this game is attacking the Chargers' pretty poor offensive line overall. Bradley Bozeman, their center, 48, 49, 47. Obviously, not great. Mekhi Becton, one of their big signings. 48, 61 pass block, 50 run defense. Jeremy Sawyer, 50, 42, 58. Call it. Zion Johnson, 60, 65, 56. Austin DeCoulus, 41, 27, 54. Now, their edge, their tackles have been a little bit better. Joe Alt been great so far. 87 pass defense, 87 pass blocking, 68 run blocking. Trey Pipkins, 46, 53, 49. Played a little bit better recently. Under their defense, Cam Hart. I haven't heard a ton about this guy. I've seen some stuff about him that piques my interest a little bit. Hasn't even played a ton of snaps. Especially, I mean, 161 defense, 52 rushing, 1 pass rush, 108 in coverage. Not a ton, especially compared to Tarheeb Still, who been really good this year. Like, they have a pretty young defense, and it's exciting, man. I'm vibing with it. I'm kind of feeling it. Tarheeb Still, 70 defense, 57 run defense, 66 pass rush, 72 coverage. Dante Jackson, 61, 53, 61.8 coverage. Tony Jefferson, bit of an older safety, 33, but 68 defense, 58 run defense, 53 pass rush, 68 coverage. Elijah Molden, their second safety. Sorry, I'm so sick. I'm sick of the Chargers. Let's see. Sorry, lost my place. 55 defense, 80 run defense, 50 coverage. The 80 run defense is what concerns me a little bit, especially because he can be interchangeable with his next guy, Alohi Gilman, who's more of an all-around defender. Like 65, 61 run defense, 59 pass rush, 66 coverage. But Elijah Molden, again, like I said, really good against the run. And so, if the Colts decide they want to really rely on running, Elijah Molden, we've seen, good in the box, good at taking guys down. Could be an issue if the Colts end up getting locked up in the passing game. They also have Derwin James, too. I totally forgot they have Derwin James. Of course, he's awesome. 73, 60 run defense, 63 pass rush, 78 coverage. They're one of the few teams that could have a rotating safety line. They're like or I guess the Lions of last year, just rotating like 3 running backs. Which, like, that's unironically what they're doing. Like, you can look at safety. Tony Jefferson, 160. Elijah Molden, 125. Aloha Gilman, 277. Derwin James, 318. So, solid group overall, dare I say. Linebacker group is okay. It's probably a step above okay. That's probably being a little bit unfair. Dion Henley, solid enough player. Another guy who's a little young, about to turn 26, but 60 defense, 70 run defense, 58 pass rush, call it, 53 coverage. Another guy who's gotten a lot of snaps for them, Troy Dye. I've been pretty impressed by Troy Dye this year. 64 defense, 77 run defense. That's higher than I thought it would be. I've watched a weird amount of the Chargers this year. I don't know, like, it's not intentional. I guess they've had more primetime games, but 68 pass rush, 52 coverage. Now on to their defensive line. Jamari Cadwell, 65 overall defense. Run defense, 74. Pass rush, not as good. 54, 58 in coverage. He plays a good amount, 140 snaps. Justin, I'm so Caucasian. Eboigbe? I don't know. I tried. 66 defense, 67 run defense, 58 pass rush. Deshaun Hand, 58 defense, call it 60 pass, 60 rush, 60 coverage. Naquan Jones hasn't played a ton. 51 I'm so sorry. 51 snaps to be exact, but 74 defense, 81 run defense, 65 pass rush, 60 coverage. Tier Tart is going Super Saiyan mode. 90 defense, 90 run defense, 75 pass rush, 60 coverage. Absurd. Edge room, solid, not great, but solid. Tuli Tuipulotu, 65 defense, 60 run defense, 63 60 run defense, 63 pass defense, 60 coverage. Bud Dupree, 55 defense as a whole, 70 defense, run defense, 50-ish, I call it 51. 51 pass rush, 53 coverage. Khalil Mack, pass rush specialist at this point, 70 pass rush. Caleb Murphy, I guess he's IR, unfortunately for him. And for the Chargers, I like Khalil Mack. Caleb Murphy, 47, 40, 54, 60. So, again, this is going to be a tough game for my Colts. I know I'm wearing an Eagles sweater. I saw them in person. I had to get one. You know how it be. This is going to be a tough game for the Colts. I think this is one they theoretically could take. But I also think this will be a good litmus test, especially if the Cardinals game proves to not be one. I think if the Cardinals game, if guys get a little bit healthier, especially in that running back room. I'm not sure what their injuries are, but I think especially if in the running back room, guys get a little bit healthier. I think if in that secondary, guys get a little bit healthier, this could be a very interesting game on Sunday for the Colts. If not, I think this Chargers game is going to decide and show whether or not this Colts team is real. If Daniel Jones plays well against the Cardinals, I'll have a little bit more hope. If he doesn't, okay. Again, this Colts offense will do fine against the Cardinals. I think they'll be totally fine. I still think there's a lot of concerns for Daniel Jones, having gone back and watched some of the games, there's still a lot of clear indicators. I'm worried that with time, some of his tendencies will get out. The NFL tends to be a very, very short-sighted league. And so again, I'm worried that once his tendencies get out again, once the playbook is out on him again, we'll be screwed. And even if not, even if he is Drew Brees, we're not going to be able to afford to pay the guy. So, either way. I know, downer take, but I still love this Colts team. It's been a fun season so far. I can't deny that. I want it to continue. I want to go all the way to the Super Bowl. Call me crazy. I want to see the team make the playoffs, and I guess since the first time in my fandom, since my first year as a fan, was Matt, was Matt Ryan. So, yeah. But either way, love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Sorry, I wish I knew how to merge this into part 1. Sorry, this is not as good as what the missing media version is. But anyways, love you guys. Talk soon.